Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna to everyone, dear devotees. Welcome to our spontaneous japa workshop today. And by the way, how's your japa today? Ecstatic. You've been defeated by mind, by your mind. Just to accomplish all our morning program, we'll discuss something how to improve our japa, something which is maybe prominent to us, and also how to get over, how to overcome different things which may be bothering us during our japa, right? So let us read from Nectar of Instructions by Srila Rupa Goswami, Shri-Upadeshamrita, which is the essence of all instructions. And there is a beautiful verse, number 7. We'll read it like introductory verse for our discussion. Okay, so let's start with invocation prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam
Naram Cheva Narottamam Divim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet.
So it's Sanskrit translation by His Divine Grace Krishna Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Would you like to follow me? You have smartphones, you have your Gita base set up in your phones. Only Haridom's brahmacharis don't have smartphone. Only smarta brahmanas like me. Text number 7. Shri-Upadeshamrita, Nectar of Instructions. Okay, let's read together responsibly. Syat Krishna Nama Charitadi Sutapu Avidya.
Syat Krishna Nama Charitadi Sutapya Vidya.
Syat Krishna Nama Charitadi Sutapya Vidya.
Syat Krishna Nama Charitadi Sutapya Vidya.
Pitopatapta Sanasya Narachikanu.
Pitopatapta Sanasya Narachikanu.
Kintadaradandidam Kalusaiva Justam.
Yantvadanam Kalusaiva Dushta.
Swadhik Kramad Bhavati Tad Gadamula Hantrim.
Vadvi Kramad Bhavati Tad Gadamula Hantrim.
Anyone likes to recite, please?
Sya Krishna Nama Charitati Sitapya Vidya.
Nama Charitadi Sutapya Vidya.
Pito Pataptar Sanasya Narochikano.
Pitopatapta Sanasya Narochikanu.
Kyantvadarat Anodinam Kalusaiva Dushta. Svadvi Kramad Bhavati Tad Gadamula Hantri.
Maybe Mataji's
Sya Krishna Nama Charitadi Sitapya Vidya. Ito Pataptar Sanasya Narochikano. Yantvadara Anudinam Kalusaiva Dushta. Svadvi Kramad Bhavati Tad Gadamula Hantri.
Okay, anyone else? Likes to say? Propose? No? No? Okay, translation by Srila Prabhupada. The holy name, character, pastimes, and activities of Krishna are all transcendently sweet, like the sugar candy. Although the tongue of the afflicted by the jaundice of avidya, ignorance, cannot taste anything sweet, it is wonderful that simply by carefully chanting these sweet names every day, a natural relish awakens within his tongue, and his disease is gradually destroyed at the root. Just a couple of sentences from the Prabhupada's purport. The holy name of the Lord Krishna, his glorious pastimes, and so forth are all of the nature of absolute truth, beauty, and bliss. Naturally, they are very sweet, like sugar candy, which appeals to everyone. Nations, however, is compared to the disease called jaundice, which is caused by bilious secretions. Okay. We'll pray. Om Gyanati Mirandasya Gyana Gyana Chalakaya Chakshuramitam Vinatasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Krishna Statitam Nina Bhutale Svayamrupa Kadamahyam Vedasva Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Dapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Sham Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagratam Kamidantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Saudhumam Vishnu Sayyidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paramsaridam Mudidam Shri Krishna Kamudidam Sham Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopiva Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapa Kanchana Gaurangi Radha Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutadevi Pranamani Haripriya Vancha Kalpadurubhisha Kripa Sindhu Devacha Patitanam Pavanekya Vaishnavekya Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna 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 Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityananda Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharineni Nirvishesha Shunavadi Pracharineni Andandra Vishnu Vishnu Prasuktam Sanjivani Dekila Shakti Dharam Sadam Namanyam Shahastam Shanam Shamanam Samadhi Pranam Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam Nama Shreshtama Shikta Matra Sukam Rupam Tasagajama Rupurimat Kulimushta Timrada Kundam Nirvara Sambhakta Sakriti Kripaya Shigurumita Shrimad Pampadan Bunjam Durisyam Janajamai. Hare Krishna. Okay, so how's it everyone? How was Japa? How was Japa? What type of Japa you were chanting today? Diving bomb Japa, Radhav Japa, Mahavishnu Japa, or Facebook Japa, or Chit Chat Japa? So, Rupa Goswami identifies our diagnosis here. He kind of diagnoses us, right? And this verse is identified as anartha nivriti stage, right? So he's saying that holy name is very sweet. Its nature is absolute. We know that Nama Tattva, the truth about the holy name. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuni Nityamukta Vinatva Nama. A holy name is like a gem, transcendental gem, wish-fulfilling gem, full of nectar, bliss, full of different spiritual sweet mellows, aprakrita Chaitanya Rasa. It's Purnam, it's Shuddha, and it's not different from Krishna himself. Vinatva Nama no, Nama and not different. So, do we experience these kind of things? Do we have same experience, or we're struggling with changing? So probably we don't have such experience because it's very high. And Rupa Goswami defines our diagnosis. He just set up a diagnosis for us. So we are afflicted by this disease, which is called avidya or jaundice of avidya or ignorance, right? So, and our acharyas explain what is ignorance actually. It's manifested in 4 ways. We take in 4 things for something else. Like for example, we take in ourselves for not we are. We take in ourselves for the body, right? Then we take in impure things for the pure. Or we take in lie for truth, and we take in suffering for pleasure, right? So this is ignorance. And again, I would have said 2 diagnoses we have. One is called avidya, and another is called hridrogam kama. Hridrogam kama means heart disease or lust. And this is explained by Shukadeva Goswami as well. So he explained in 10th canto at the end of the Rasa Lila section, which is 33rd chapter and verse number, last verse in the chapter. So he said, Vikritam Bhajavadu Hirdam Vishnu Shanghayat Anushuyat Nushuyat Yat Bhaktir Param Bhagavatim Pratilabham Hridrogam Kama. He said Hridrogam Kama means disease of the heart, which is lust, right? So we have these 2 things. Hridrogam Kama, which is lust, and also jaundice, afflicted by our heart and tongue. So 2 problems, right? So our 2 great acharyas, they define for us our problems. Why we don't have experience such, like explained in Shastra, this holy name is very sweet and beautiful. Madhuram, Madhuram, etam Mangalam, Mangalanam, Sakalini Gamavali, Satpalam, Shisvarupam. So it's like absolute sweetness, condensed sweetness, but we don't experience it. Why? These 2 things. Hridrogam Kama and avidya jaundice. Tongue afflicted and also heart. So how to manage, how to overcome these things? That's why we're not inspired, that's why we're always struggling. We don't come for congregational chanting, for Harinam. We don't do our japa for whole block in one time at a time. So we don't do this. Why? Because these 2 things. Are you agree, or you have this problem, or only me? Everyone agree, right? So maybe I'm speaking wrong things to the wrong audience. So anyway, so our acharyas defined for us this diagnosis, and they're also given to us remedy immediately. They explain how to deal with things, because they're 2 great doctors of our healing process. Actually, Lord Chaitanya, he's like a director of whole part of Bhakti, but he has 2 main doctors, professors of Bhakti, let's say. One is Rasa Acharya, who is Rupa Goswami, and another one is Kirtan Acharya, who is Shukadeva Goswami. They're 2 great doctors. And they're given to us remedy, how to deal with this Hridrogam Kama and jaundice disease of avidya, ignorance. So first one, Rupa Goswami explained here as clearly, right? He said, we have to chant holy name, Anuditam Anudarat. We have to take remedy. Which remedy is it? When we afflicted by jaundice, so we have to take sweetness, right? As much as we can, and more sweetness, so that we can gradually come back to the senses, and our tongue becomes what is called sensitive again, and our sweetness comes back, and we again relish sweet taste. So we have to take sweetness. That's it. So Rupa Goswami prescribed for us. Take sweetness. Most sweet thing in the world is a holy name. So we have to take holy name, and he gave to us dose and how to take it. He prescribed to us. Anuditam Anudarat. Regularly, daily, and also carefully. Means careful hearing, right? So careful hearing without distraction, and also daily take this medicine. So that's very important. And he said, better to take this medicine always, all the time. As much as we take, to that much we become cured out of disease. But of course we cannot take all the time because we are afflicted so much. Therefore we have to take dose, certain dose, otherwise we become overdose, become finished. This will be thrown in another extreme, you know? We give it up. So therefore, Srila Prabhupada, who is our personal doctor of our movement, he gave to us dose, means 16 rounds every day. Not all the time, and not like Lord Chaitanya said. Lord Chaitanya said, 1 lakh. Who is Lakeshwari? I come into his house and take prasadam. Lakeshwari means those who possess 1 lakh. 1 lakh, 100,000 names. Right? So we cannot do this because it's too much, it's overdose. So we afflicted too much. We afflicted by this jaundice so much, and also hridrogam kamam. Therefore we have to take it carefully. Means certain dose prescribed by our personal doctor of our movement, 16 rounds every day. But we have to do it very carefully, means attentively and regularly, daily. Not stretch out, not just take 2 rounds there, 4 rounds here, you know, throughout the day, or maybe start from, I don't know, midday and being defeated by last day by a big feast with a rice dal and sabji, and today we just, you know, waking up late and taking this medicine, stretch out throughout the day. It doesn't work like that. So we have to take 1 block, otherwise this power of this remedy doesn't affect us. You see? So carefully and regularly, and at a time, in proper time. Proper time is time for awakening, when we awake. So immediately take this medicine first for the day. And this is first consideration. This is how to cure this disease of jaundice, of tongue. Then another one is hridrogam kamam, or disease of the heart, which is eternal enemy of all living entities. All devouring enemy is the lust. Avrita jnana matana kinina nitya varinam. Nitya varinam is eternal enemy of divine knowledge and process of self-revelation. Kamarupena kauntriya dushparena lenacha. It takes a form of kamarupa, or this ugly lust, which burns like a fire and never stops. Right? So you want to stop it, you want to throw something in the fire, but it burns, it explodes, you know, more than just, you know. And this is lust. So we have to deal with it, otherwise our japa will be finished. So we're gonna do Mahavishnu japa, at least, or Facebook japa, or shopping japa, or any other japa. So we don't want this japa, right? So we want to become Lakeshwari. We want to satisfy Lord Chaitanya. So therefore we have to cure this disease, and Shukadeva Goswami, who is another big doctor, big professor, expert professor of path of bhakti, he explained how to do with that. And he gave an interesting solution. If you read this verse, Bhaktim param bhagavatim hridrogam kamam ash apachinoti acharena gira. So you have to hear. So hearing is a healing. So you have to hear. First one you have to chant, another one you have to hear. So another one, in other words, 2 main processes: hearing and chanting, right? So hearing, we have to hear certain pastimes, particular pastimes of Krishna. And he explained which pastimes is there. Explain. Anyone who faithfully hears of description the Lord's playful affairs with the young gopis of Vrindavan, this particular pastimes. So Krishna's pastimes with the wife of cowherd man of Braja. Braja, Vardu, Vardhana, Kalpita, Ramya, Chitapasana. Topmost devotees and topmost process of hearing of Krishna's pastimes. And by hearing this, you can get rid of Hridrogam Kama. Hridrogam Kama, disease of the heart. And he gave a sequence how we can get rid of this. First of all, hearing, then bhakti will come. Then disease of the heart will become cured. Then you become sober, dhira. Apachinocha chareta dhiram, you become dhira, means sober. And then param bhakti comes. So in this way, you see this sequence, certain sequence. So therefore we can define our diagnosis. We've defined it. Then now we're taking remedy. Two processes. Shravan and Kirtana. So in other words, Krishna Katha and Krishna Kirtana. So Krishna Kirtana of the holy name of the Lord and hearing Krishna Katha, pastimes of Krishna. And of course Srila Prabhupada, who is our personal doctor of our movement, he gave to us certain types of pastimes because hearing about gopis may be a little bit too high. So he a little bit adapted to our situation and he gave to us which kind of pastimes? Killing the demons, right? So killing demons, these types of pastimes washed away our vices in the heart. And each and every demon in Vrindavan represents certain vice, certain anartha, certain certain bad thing in our heart. And this is strongly recommended by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who written down this book, which is called Krishna Samhita. He explained 22 demons in Vrindavan, those who represent different anarthas. Putana, Akasura, Vatsasura, Sudaguru, all these kind of different anarthas. And Denukasura, Pralambasura. By the way, Pralambasura is a personified lust in subtle form. So we have to read these pastimes, and by reading this, we identify ourselves as those demons who've been killed by Krishna, so we get rid of these anarthas from our heart. Right? So now we have our hospital, which is called Hare Krishna Hospital. And we are all patients in this hospital. We have a director of our process, which is Lord Chaitanya himself. He established this teaching, and he designated two big acharyas the position of how to establish how to define diagnosis, and also establish remedy. So two great acharyas, Srila Goswami Kirtan Acharya and Srila Goswami Rasa Acharya. So they explain what is the process. Harikatha and Harikirtan. How to cure disease of the heart, which is Hridrogam Kama, lust, and also how to get rid of disease of the tongue, which is jaundice, which is ignorance. And this is Harikirtan. And also Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he specified how we can do it, how we should do it nicely. He said, Yadya Sankirtana Prayaya Janduhi Sumedasa. So he said, together, Sankirtan. Not by sitting somewhere in your personal apartment or in your personal room with Wi-Fi and things. No, come together and do the things, two things. Krishna Katha and Krishna Kirtan. And also add one more ingredient. I would add one more ingredient, which is Vaishnava Seva. Vaishnava Seva. This increase our let's say qualification to chant and to hear Kirtan and Harikatha. So three things. So again, come back to through the whole thing, explain. So we're in a Hare Krishna hospital, we're all patients, different types. Some of the patients in this uniform, in this color, which is general room. Some of the patients live in the personal room, which are with facilities like electric fridge and what is called color TV screen on the wall. Anyway, so process is one for all. So we have in medicine, which is Krishna Kirtan, Krishna Katha, established by our two big doctors, and Srila Prabhupada is a personal doctor who is giving to us dose, certain dose. So dose is 16 rounds. 16 rounds, careful and regular chanting. Anuditam, anudarat. Every day, carefully. Take this medicine all the time. And gradually increase. That's why Patanjali Muni, who is the establisher of Yoga Path, Yoga Sutra Patanjali, he explained that there are three things in the formula of success, three aspects of the formula of success. He said, Dirkala, Nirankaya, Satkriya. Dirkala means long time you have to do this. Dirkala, long time, not like, just for 3 months and that's it. I'm cured, I'm finished. No, long time. Chatudarpana Marjana. Then Satkriya means with open reverence, certain respect, certain, like you have to be, favorable mood and also Nirantarya means uninterrupted. Uninterrupted, otherwise your disease become blossom again. So you have to do this regularly. Anuditam, anudarat. So this is our process, this is our doctor. So we have our prescribed medicine, we have our diet, which is going to take now, Krishna Prasad. So, and this is powerful methods, which are Krishna Kirtan, Krishna Katha, and Vaishnava Seva. And we will be cured in due course of time. And like what Prabhupada Swami very inspiringly said at the end of the verse, he said, it is wonderful that simply by carefully chanting the sweet names every day, a natural relish awakens within his tongue, and his disease is gradually destroyed at the root. So that's what's going to happen. If we're going to do nice prescribed process, follow our prescription of our doctor, so we'll be cured. And then natural relish awakens, so we start to enjoy Holy Name. Then Ruchi will come. And Ruchi explains in the next verse. Tatnam Rupa Charitadisam Kirtananu Smrityu Kamena Sanamanu Sinyajya Tishkan Rajata Tanaragajanagami. So big, what is called Akila Iti Upadesha Sama. So when natural taste awakens, so you start to chant non-stop, all the time, because it's beautiful, it's relishable. So why I have to stop? So you're going to chant non-stop all the time, 24 hours a day, about pastimes, characteristics, and names and forms of Krishna. And I'm going to follow one of his eternal associates and live in Raj all the time. And read certain pastimes of Krishna, which is explained by Shukadeva Swami. Vikritam Vajravalukhi Radamcha Vishnu. Pastimes with the Kavakti of Raja. Vajravardhuvatena Kalpitam. So, and then everything will be cured and natural relish awakens, and I'm going to enjoy beautiful names, forms, characteristics of Krishna, and will merge into this unlimited ocean of bliss, which is called Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, full of nectar, full of rasa. I'm going to dive and swim and enjoy, and this is perfect Krishna consciousness, mature, perfect, strong. So we're on the process of Krishna consciousness, but maybe we're not really mature our bhakti. We don't have our mango is still green, it's still not ripe. Mango is it's a king of fruits. It's called Parakaraja, king of fruits, but it's still not ripe yet. Krishna cannot relish it. Although we're doing right things, for the right reason, with the right people, with the right place, in the right place, but we have to fix our right mood as well. Because advancement in Krishna consciousness depends on an attitude. That's what Krishna, that's what Prabhupada said in Nectar of Instructions. So let us fix all these things, take medicine, follow the process, follow our doctor, and regularly do the things, and we'll become blissful chanters. Like Prabhu said, heavyweight chanters. So let us do this, and we will defeat Maya. So our lesson for today, you remember, just to remind you, 2 problems, 2 diseases, 2 diagnoses. Yeah, you remember what was that? Tell me. Yeah, hydrogam kama and jaundice of the tongue. So 3 processes how to cure it. What are they? Chanting? Yes. So Krishna Kirtan, Krishna Katha. Right? And in the society of devotees. Add 1 more ingredient, Vaishnava Seva. This will intensify or accelerate our process of changing and healing. So, and successes will be attained. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Gaur Premanande Hare Gaur. Any thoughts, any feedbacks, any experience of today japa or whatever likes to share? Yeah.
Very nice class, thank you. I want to ask you, how do we tie in the 3 things that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained to us in terms of, is that for advancement in Krishna consciousness or advancement in terms of our japa, with what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Jiva Lura, Namaruchi, and Vaishnava Seva?
These 3 things in terms of
Is that for japa or is that for advancement in Krishna consciousness?
japa or advancement in Krishna consciousness. I mean, they're both going together. Advancement in japa means advancement in Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness means to become conscious of Krishna. How we can be conscious of Krishna? By chanting His holy name, by remembering His pastimes, by sharing Krishna consciousness with others. And this is process of Krishna consciousness. The main thing, how to be always Krishna conscious, to chant His holy name, right? And do this personally and congregationally. Personally, our personal japa. Japa is it's the best of all yagas, like Krishna said. Of all yagas, japa is the best. But also congregational, because Lord Chaitanya prescribed it. Japa is good, but we have to come together and chant Sankirtana, Yagya Sankirtana prayer. That increase our healing process, but also give us possibility to cure our disease faster, because we have opportunity to serve Vaishnava Seva as well. So japa is crucial, it's the main process. So do this together, Sankirtan, and also individual as well. I would say like this. Maybe any other thoughts on this? In our japa workshop, all participants, please give some contribution.
Just like how you said that you've got to try and do the rounds all together. I think I have a habit of breaking it up. I should maybe just do it all together. Like you said, that the power is broken if you do just break it up throughout the day rather than doing it all together.
Break up our japa for the day.
Yeah, sometimes I do that.
Yeah. So this I mean, it's reduced this potential of our remedy, our medicine which we're taking according to the prescription, and our remedy is not really strong. We don't feel right. We have a cured because it's like it's stretched out, and and it's not also anuditam, anudarat. It's not careful. It's not attentive, and it's like throughout the day you become like. So there is no power of this. We have to get this dose, which is 16 at a time. So full 16 rounds at a time. And then you'll feel strong. Then medicine works. So then you're curing yourself. And that's important then. You agree? Yeah. And every one of us probably has this experience, right? So when you're changing in the morning and you're fully focused on your 16 hours and you're done for one, you get done it for one block, one block you just finish. And you feel, like you've got the strength, you've got this power, you can handle your lust and also jaundice, this ignorance. You can handle it throughout the day. But if not, you're just completely on this platform, you're just always defeated by mind. So you cannot stand against, right? 16 is very small dose because Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, he said, 1 lakh, 100,000. But we too much afflicted by this. Therefore, this strong remedy could have knocked us down, Therefore, small dose, 16. So 1/4 of original formula. We're taking 1/4, but we have to increase. It's just beginning, right? Are you agree? What do you say?
You already answered it. My question was before, I think you already answered it, was that how is it that if when we chant more, then we get the taste in one sense that we can have more, and we can get more shakti in one sense to fight Maya, etc. If we chant too much, and what you said, that 64 rounds might be too much, then how does it lead to a fall down rather than leading to us being more stronger? So that was the question, I think you answered.
Yeah, when a person is afflicted too much, when he's, like in very bad condition of disease, so take too much medicine, it's maybe, like knocking down more because system is not strong, immune system, it's not strong because too much ignorance, too much lust. Therefore, doctor comes to visit such a patient. He cannot go to the hospital even. So doctor has to visit him and bring this medicine. And have to take careful, not so much. Otherwise you're going to be knocked down and just, there is another extreme. You're going to give it up completely. Because you overdose, like sometimes you change a lot and the next day we cannot change at all, right? Are you experiencing it? Yeah. So because of strong disease, therefore a regular but small dose. You just break it up for small dose and take. And then you feel better, okay, I can increase. I can take more dose. So then you increase instead of 16, 32. Best to increase by 4 rounds every time. This is advice of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. 4 rounds called Grantha. Grantha, 4 rounds. So each Grantha, you add 4 rounds more. And 16 Granthas equals 64 rounds. So we're doing 16 rounds, but actually we have to do 16 Granthas. 64 rounds. So increase for 1 Grantha more, you just increase, and then you get more taste. As soon as taste awakens to that taste, to that level of increasing taste, you take in more medicine. You can handle this. And then when you fully cure, then you experience that, because you see, holy name goes through the stages. First of all, it's like a poison. Do you agree? It's like a poison. You take it and it's like completely bitter and dry and nothing there, and just a poison. Then you take it further, it becomes like a medicine. You understand, yes, this is, I have to take it, there is no taste, but I have to take it because it's medicine, it helps me, so I take it. Then it becomes like a food, because you nourish yourself, you feel energy comes, prana comes, everything, your brains are working nicely. So everything goes like that. And then it's like a nectar. So it goes through the stages. Poison, medicine, food, and nectar. So you see like this. but at the beginning it's like a poison. You agree? So therefore, how are you gonna get more poison? You're taking poison and you're gonna get more poison, you're gonna suffer, suffocate and finish. So you're gonna give up. Therefore, take it little by little. When it turns into remedy, medicine, you're taking more, then it's food. Food is nice, you're taking more, you nourish yourself, you nourish your body, your spiritual body. And then it's nectar, then non-stop, you just relish it. Non-stop, because it's nectar. So we have to understand our situation, our condition, we have to understand what is with at level, what we at level at now, and what is our goal, just to make right navigation on our navigation map back home, back to Godhead. Like Rupa Goswami gave to us this navigation map, and he explained, Ato Shakha, Ato Sadhusanga, Tha Bhajana Kriya, Anadha Niviti Syat Ruchi, Nishtha Ruchi, Tato Asakti Bhava Prema Pidashkati. So he explained whole navigation, whole route on the navigation map, how to get back home, back to Godhead. So we have everything. We have our Bhagavatam, which is navigation map. We have our process, we have our doctor, we have our hospital. So very scientific process. How to get rid of this big disease, the growing come and jaundice of tongue. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare.
Hare Hare. Haribo. Jai.
Shinama Prabhu ki jai.
Jai.
Krishna.
Haribo. Gaura Sundara Prabhu ki
Jai.